Alright, guys, welcome back to the fifth season of Saving Scotland. We're building the nation in a different way to usual. You'd want to build your club up, but we're only using Scottish players. So this, it's a build a nation save with a little twist. Of course, we're doing alright this season. This is probably our best start we've had since the first season. Kept 5 clean sheets in every single win, and we've conceded one goal. But that's coming after those 5 clean sheets coming after we've sold. Let me look at fees here. This is how we'll decide on the sales. Callan McKenna. Callan McKenna was sold for his release cost, £19 million. You think, how on earth do we replace him? We didn't. He came through our academy. Or he didn't come through our academy, sorry. We bought him from Norwich ages ago. 23, 24. We bought him 24. Second season we bought him. He's been on loan ever since. Ayr, Livingston. The boy has kept 5 clean sheets in the Prem for us. He's kept a clean sheet in a Champions League qualifying game. He's going to be special. He's 19 now. He'll be special later. Let's take a look at more sales and signings. Of course, we sold Calvin Ramsey, Paulo Bernardo, Rocco Vata, Isiosa Suli, two key wingers they were for us in those last couple seasons. In all the seasons, to be honest. Great from Rocco. Great for Isiosa Suli. Hopefully he gets like game time at Braga. The league doesn't seem to be loaded, but he's a good player. He'll do alright. So to replace those chaps, we brought in a bit of players. We brought in Michael McLaughlin from Kilmarnock. He's 15 years old. He'll do alright. I think he's got the stats to be a good advanced playmaker. Hopefully he develops. He's not developing that great right now. He's got low determination. Brought in a striker, Dennis Storier from Aberdeen. Loaned him out to Partick Thistle, and they are developing him very nicely. Hopefully he can develop into the player he's meant to be. Bailey another 15-year-old. He's a winger this time from Aberdeen. Again, he's pretty decent left-footed though, so not too great that he's on the wrong side. Michael Peter came in, centre back from Dundee. Loaned him right to Peterhead, goes along with his name. He's got decent physicals actually. Didn't notice basically all double digits except agility there. He's alright. Ross Wallace then came in from Dunfermline. He actually started at Bonnyrigg Rose and then went to Dunfermline on a free. And then we signed him for £1 million. So fair enough to him. He's got great physicals. He's got good base stats for a centre half. That's what you'd want. Decent potential. Hopefully he can do well with that. And then another centre back slash midfielder was brought in. Aidan O'Ware from Kilmarnock. Again, we've signed another Kilmarnock player. He's not got the best potential, but he could develop into a player perhaps. Did we sell anyone here? Nah, no one really. And then we signed Scott Lumsden from Kilmarnock yet again. An attacking midfielder who really does have the ability and the potential to become something special. He played one game for us and then got injured for 4 months, so hopefully he'll come back and perform better than ever. And then Jamie McGregor also came in from Middlesbrough, a right-footed winger. He's playing on the right side here. We're hoping he can develop into something. So schedule-wise, we're playing pretty well with these players. Let me show you what we're lining up with. I'm putting this in, and I'm quick picking the rest of the positions. We've got players like Hugh Tyson, who were out on loan last year. He was at Queen's Park, and he's come back, and he's got 4 goals, 1 assist in the league so far, developing very well. Michael Layton, of course, he was here last year after we needed a new left back, and he is just getting better and better. The potential is increasing. Keith Miller, he is developing like an absolute train. Those defensive stats are phenomenal, and we could see him become Scotland's starting right back in the very near future. Maybe not very near. Of course, we've already shown you Billy Baird. He could be a Scotland international soon. Jim McKenzie out on the wing here. He is a very physical type of winger, quick, will get to the byline, cross in, or grab a goal for himself. His mentals aren't quite there. That's all right. Scott Christie, we know we know about Scott Christie. We don't need to go over this. What a player! What a player! Of course, there's Scott Lumsden injured, and Darren Wilson, the main man, injured just now for 4 weeks. We'll miss him. Don't really have a backup striker, so yeah. Other players of notice: we got Martin Reynolds a bit unhappy for lack of game time. Got Fletcher Boyd, Aidan Borland, Adam McIntyre, the winger we signed. He's going to be switching around these winger roles. So it's better doing it from here, I think. Of course, our two centre backs, Murray Campbell and Lou Jackson. Jackson does not want to play for Scotland yet. There's Max Johnson, he's upset as well, but that's only at the sale of Rocco Vata. We got Lennon Miller. Cal McGregor is in his last year at he's in his last year at the club. I'm gonna let him go after that. Aidan Borland, Fletcher Boyd, two pretty good players. Just gonna try and develop them as good as possible. Ewan Simpson still developing very nicely. And really, that is all for this Celtic side of the development. We had some games for this Scotland side. We lost 3-2 to Slovenia in a game we deserved to lose. We were shocking. McGinn got sent off early on, 69th minute, and that led to all three of their goals being scored. So, it's disappointing. But then we bounced back, 4-0 win over Latvia, and that's expected. 35 shots, got a bit more of them away, to be honest. That's fine by me. In that competition, we are actually only sitting fourth. This is a poor performance from us, of course, but we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Hey. Alright, I'll see you in March. That's a good time to come back, I think. Alright then, we've ended Season 5 there, and fair enough, the Hearts, they put up a bit of a fight there. 4 points between our Scottish development team and second place, so fair enough. Danilo actually got top goal scorer, stopping Darren Wilson, who I think was injured for a little while. Let's have a look. Injuries. Nah, it wasn't that bad. But just maybe not scoring as much. You can see Adam McIntyre, 7.36 average rating for the season. Developing very nicely, and same with Jim McKenzie, 7.29. Trying to get him to play for Scotland, but he's still rejecting us. Competitions wise, you see round of 16 here by Borussia Dortmund. We're not focusing on these 2 cup losses to Rangers there. Let's take a look at some squad development. Get to general info. So of course Billy Baird was our goalkeeper for the season after Callum McKenna left, and he was brilliant. He got 21 clean sheets in the Premiership there, and even keeping 4 in the Champions League. This boy has a bright future ahead of him. Hopefully he gets some Scotland caps under my management. Although, let's take a look at compare with Scotland. Callum McKenna is still a year older than him, so he probably will be second in command to Callum. Still, he's a good goalkeeper, though. He's not that far behind in all things considered. His eccentricity isn't high either, which I think is a good thing. So yeah, overall, he's a pretty good goalkeeper. I'm happy with him. With his development, Lewis Jackson, just like Jim McKenzie, will not accept a Scotland call-up just yet. Hopefully we'll get him there because he is a phenomenal player. He's brilliant. What a player he is. Hopefully we can get him to play for Scotland. Murray Campbell hasn't had that great development this season. He could still keep going, which we're happy with. He's playing quite a bit for Scotland, but he's good as well. If he would just have his centre-back partner play for Scotland as well. Michael Layton probably will never play for Scotland because we've got great fullbacks within the team, so he's good overall. We're just someone to fill the role right now till we get an up-and-comer through the academy. Talk about Lennon Miller now. He's still developing. I think it might be time for him to move on to a new team, as we've got some good players coming through, but he's good as well. We've talked about Jim McKenzie. He's very physical. He's great with his agility, balance, and his pace. His technique's great, but his passing, his finishing isn't all there for what we're looking for. And he's bloody English. He won't choose Scotland. Ewan Simpson, he's actually had a little regression since we last saw you. We might have to let him go. Just focus on another team so that we can bring someone else through in his position. Scott Christie actually unhappy right now. He is the future of the Scottish national team. We'll get him a new deal there. Keep developing him. He's absolutely phenomenal. And he's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. He could still improve, it says there. If it says it could improve significantly, then we have a long way to go. A slight amount. He's not got much growth left in him, but he's a good player. Here's Darren Wilson. He's got a great holy trinity there. And I don't know what's letting him down because he's quick. He's got a load of stamina. Maybe it's just he's not strong. He's not scoring enough goals to see him develop as far as we'd like. He's dropped off this season back to when he first started. He got 26 in that second season. But yeah. Could bring another striker through there. We have Keith Miller here. He is developing absolutely brilliantly. A 17-year-old. He's got a load of game time this year. And he's just going to keep going. He will play for Scotland, I'm sure of it. We'll get him growing and growing. Putting a great performance in Champions League football. Getting a 7.07 average rating. Bit disappointing in the league, but a good player overall. Hopefully we'll see him in the future. Fletcher Boyd could be one to take Lennon Miller's role within the team. I would like to see him out on loan though, considering we have another boy here who I think is phenomenal. Hugh Tyson came through Hamilton's youth academy, brought him in for 1.5 million, and this season he has turned into an absolute beast. He's just so good. Green's already dropped a 7.28 average rating in all competitions. Bit injury prone. He's been injured a couple times this season, but I think he is one of the best players Scotland will ever see. He's still got a long way to go, I'm pretty sure. Could improve a lot, yeah. He's got a long way to go, and we could see him become one of the best midfielders in the world. Who else? Scott Lumsden. He will take Ewan Simpson's role. I'm pretty sure of it. Ewan Simpson not doing too well, but Scott Lumsden is. And that's what we need. We need to keep developing the players. You know the drill. You know the drill. Adam McIntyre, spoken about him. He's very quick. His mentals aren't all there, but he's getting his technicals up, sorry. And that's what we need from him. Martin Reynolds, he's not doing too much. He's kind of washed. Try and get him out, maybe. We can go look at the loan players. A lot of loan players, so maybe we'll just choose a couple. Let's get back here. Aidan Borland, who started the season with us, we loaned him out. He's not developing any further, it looks like, but he is playing for Scotland at this point. Yeah, he's alright. Not the greatest, but he's alright. John Laughlin there. Went to Aberdeen for the season, didn't get as much game time as expected, and has really dropped off since that first 2 seasons we had him. It's a real shame. He had good potential, and he's been let down by the clubs he's gone to. But, you know, those things happen. We couldn't keep him around. Let's take a look here. Michael McLean, you just don't know this boy. Brought him in from Blackburn in January for £31 million, and I loaned him back out to Oxford. He's come on absolutely fantastically. He didn't look anything like this. Wow, what a player. Let's put him in advanced playmaker. He looks so good. Now this is a world-class player in the making right here. Wow. Thank you, Blackburn, for what you've done for this country. Michael McLean. Does he have any English relation? No. Praise the Lord. Alright. We like him in the team. We have John Proud here, another midfielder, building a great midfield for this national team. Hopefully he can keep developing how he is doing and become a world-class player again. He looks pretty decent. Let's go on ability-wise. Look at Rory Snedden, sorry. He played for Ayr in the championship, got 6 goals, 4 assists. He's a decent attacking midfielder. I think they're playing him striker. I would have liked them to just play him in his role, because it's going to take some of his ability away. And we'll look at under 18s now, where we have Gary Hilcoat, a great winger. Great winger. Maybe we let go of Scott Christie and give this guy some game time. Although his technicals aren't good right now. He's developed pretty well on loan at Dundee. 9 goals, 8 assists in the Premiership, so under us he probably would do alright on development wise. He's very quick. It's an interesting development there. Robbie Irons loaned out to St Mirren in the Premiership as well. 6 goals for him this season. I think he's come on quite nicely. Another loan move would do him brilliantly. Or starting for us would do him brilliantly as well. Cammy Harding, the left back, has done pretty well as well. Maybe we start Cammy Harding next season for us instead of Michael Layton. Again, I don't know if this guy will get to the national team either though. Potential wise, who are the highest potentials in the team? We've got Richard Katongo. Ask him to represent the nation. He says he's undecided. He'd play a significant role. Alright. Just spam that and see if he decides to play for us. I would like him to play for us. Ethan King, he might come in and be our striker next season because Darren Wilson seems to have reached his area. So I might bring in Ethan King. Good striker. He's got a decent Holy Trinity. Needs that composure upgraded. So we'll see what we can do with him. John Green cannot play for Scotland, so there's no point in checking him out. Danny Mackay, another striker. He's alright. So yeah, you see the players, you know what we're trying to do here. Let's take a look at how Scotland performed, because we did have some qualifiers, didn't we? European Championship qualifiers, where we managed to win the group. Now, it didn't look like that. It did not look like that. We shouldn't have won the group. We lost to Slovenia and Norway. We were away down here the last game of the group. We were in third. Norway at home. We managed to win it, and that sent us top of the group. So fair enough. Robertson with 10 assists there. He's still going over to Roma. It's pretty fun. Hopefully he'll stick around for the Euros, which we are in, by the way, with a group that looks like Austria, Belgium, Portugal. That's a really tough group. Hopefully we can get with that. That'll be the next video for this save. Will be the Euros recap. We'll go over every game. And we were drawn for this European International League. It's the Nations League, of course, with Wales, Portugal and Italy. Hopefully we just stay up. This is kind of a dud competition for us, especially because we keep getting put in these crazy groups. Well, we did win the last one, didn't we? We won the last group, came third. No, we didn't. We didn't win the last group. That was the first one we were in. Came second in the last one. Yeah, so maybe we've got a chance this year. Nah, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's been you guys keeping up with the Scotland team. It's been Saving Scotland. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know your favourite Scottish youth player that we're bringing through here. And hopefully you enjoyed this one and look out for the Euros video. I'll see you then.